What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Jungle Beat podcast. We have a great show today.
Let's go.
We got our own Jaguar war room.
Yes, sir.
We are the Jaguar.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say we are. You're
Well,
James
give
Gladstone.
me the ball.
All right, all right. He's Gladstone.
I'm Gladstone today with the Rock. But before we get too carried away, I just want to introduce everybody here. We got a big shout out to our special guest. We have Travis Holmes, Big Cat Country, Duval Dive. So super happy you can be here today. We got the regular guys from the Prowler Hour.
Thank y'all for having me. Yes, sir.
And Jungle Beat. So it's gonna be a fun show. Want to start it off the right way. We had like 3 different podcasts before
we even started recording.
So the first thing I want to get into is draft needs for the Jaguars. There's a lot of debate right now too, as far as like the ranking wise. So I wanted to go through and see if we can come to an agreement before we do our mock draft together
We won't.
on what is the actual needs on this team. So Travis, what's the biggest need on this team, you think?
I mean, I think we probably have a good consensus on the biggest need being defensive tackle. 3 technique defensive tackle, to be clear. Another pass rusher
100%.
option behind Eric Armstead.
Yep.
Maybe when Devon Hamilton's off the field. I think we're probably in agreement there.
Maybe a speed package where we get all the fast guys in there to rush.
Need a NASCAR package for
There
sure.
you go.
But it's with that second one that becomes the real conversation, I think.
We got a row your boat now. So do we still need two
As of today.
My bad, Rook. My bad.
two defensive tackles or no?
Oh, man, I don't think that materially moves the needle for me.
I think we keep the same.
It's
It has to
good
be the
competition. It's good. It's a guy that you bring in, but it should not stop you from drafting the guy who's the best guy on your board. And if that just so happens to line up at 3 technique defensive tackle, heck, if that lines up at a Christian Miller or a Lee Hunter, who technically, is a backup to Devon Hamilton, but can give you a lot more in the pass rush game, I'm still on board there. So like, it shouldn't move anything from me personally.
Got you, Coach. What's your second? No, the second position that's most needed in this draft.
So I think it all depends on if Cole Van Lanen's hurt.
Yeah.
If he's really hurt, then we need an O-line.
Yeah.
If he's not hurt, if he's going to be fine, if he's going to be ready, the 3rd week of the preseason or whatever, then we're good there. We can add, of course.
Yeah.
But from there, if it's not O-line, it's linebacker.
Yeah,
that's where I was.
Well, I mean, this is the draft's also all about the future, right? So like, I agree with you though. I think we should still take probably a lineman pretty high, within the next the first like maybe 4 picks. But Cole Van Lanen's not gonna be hurt forever. You know what I mean?
No.
They just signed him to a contract. They've missed a few games.
But there's some swing guys. There's some guys that have played all across the deal. Those are the guys I think become even more valuable for us, especially once we get in the 80s.
Yeah.
Where we might move 81 or 88 to get to an O lineman that we like.
Yeah.
So
It's supposedly
we should.
And supposedly we can't trade. By the way, we can't trade Walker Little from Twitter today. They told me,
Who said that?
dude, everybody.
You said that?
Why
can't we
contract alone? No one's taking.
Okay.
Oh no, I understand that.
Put that to a side though. But the fact that you want to trade Walker Little,
I want to send him to the moon. What do you? I don't want to just trade
He
him.
lost 3 to 4 games for us last year. And
Single-handed.
People are complaining that a rookie left tackle can't do that. And by the way, we saw Milam who can play tackle.
He can.
You have Anton who can shift over to the left for at least a couple games if that's really what you want to do.
You can make the argument that our 2025 draft class could end up being more important than our 26 draft class because there's 3 guys that we drafted with purpose, and none of them got to play a full season.
Agreed.
Right.
Yep.
So
I think that's actually the way that this regime actually will draft. And I don't think that's different than a lot of GMs around the league, like Howard Roseman. He always says that they are drafting 3 years out. That's their goal. They're aiming 3 years out, looking for all pros at that level. If the guy doesn't play in year 1, they're fine with it. They're just saying, hey, this is what we're drafting for. So from that perspective, 2025 draft class is way more important than the 2026, and you're just saying, hey, maybe these guys in year 1 of his 2026 draft class may not play as much.
rotational people.
Which then goes back into our conversation of what's the most urgent draft need. It may be a guy who may not be necessarily playing very much in 2026.
He might have a very small role.
Yeah. That's why I like linebacker. I'm sorry.
No.
I can agree to that.
Yeah, that's why I would like
Agree.
linebacker for 3 easily, just because there's a few guys. This is a pretty deep linebacker kind of draft class, if you ask me. So, I mean, I think at that third priority, it has to be linebacker for me.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, we got to find, like, the first thing, at least for the outside people looking in, around the league, they're thinking, we have to replace Etienne, we got to replace Devin Lloyd. But not necessarily, yes, in the aggregate, but not like, I don't think we have to think that, like, one for one, we have to draft somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
But his replacement. But I do think linebacker is deep, and I do have some guys deeper, like, 5th round, 4th round. That I really like.
So to play off of Travis a little bit and the things that he's been talking about, you can almost say that Tootin was drafted to replace Etienne.
I said it when he was drafted.
And there's a lot of people, in the whatever that think that you don't pay running backs anymore.
Right.
You get a stopgap. You get somebody, We saw what Trevor Lawrence did with the worst running game in football in the second half.
They couldn't run.
So everybody in the building knew we weren't running the ball, and he still threw it. So imagine if we can figure out how to get that to work, what it's going to do to the passing game.
100%. Darian, what do you think after linebacker, O-line, D-tackle? I think edge personally, but what do you think for the four?
I know we mentioned tackle already, but you can argue the offensive guard, the Patrick McCarry replacement. I know a lot of Jaguar fans have been looking at that at Pit 56.
I think him and Milam are going to have a dogfight in the training camp, and I think they want Milam to win that.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely see that. So maybe not guard per se, but I might be going with Travis's theory right here. It's kind of like risen up my board of most
resonated with you. You guys are linking up over here. Satellites are linking up.
This is why we shouldn't podcast before the podcast. We should just come in and just start and just hit record.
I tried.
I've been influenced.
I tried.
I'm gonna have to say cornerback. Corner. Not because we don't have the guys on the roster, but we need a guy that can.
Yeah, depth wise.
Depth and maybe starter. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. They drafted their starting cornerback second overall last year, and they just paid their other one. And then you got Jordan Lewis.
But it goes back to what is going to be
start over.
Well, it goes back to what Travis Hunter's
better be a
role
ball
gonna
playing Jesse.
Is it going to be? We hear so many conflicting reports. We know what the Jaguars want to do. They want to go corner receiver still, right? But he is still coming off that injury, the knee injury, right? Will he be healthy in the offseason? Will there be any setbacks? It could happen. You never know. Not saying. Hopefully it doesn't, but you never know.
Right. You got to be prepared.
But
keep going.
But Coach pulled it up beginning of the pod about the scheme we played last year. It was a lot of zone, damn near all zone, right? And in games last year when we got blitzed by quarterbacks that may not even be the top tier guys of the world, we struggled because we just had to sit in zone the entire game because we can't man up. And when we did man up, we got destroyed. So
I think it's more of a scheme thing then.
The personnel. Scheme in personnel.
Because if Anthony Campanelli is anything remotely close to what Brian Flores was, they changed their scheme based on the personnel. They changed. They can be a heavy man scheme one season, and then the next season they're top of the league in zone. So if it's truly that's the line of thought, from that Flores and
Vic
or
Fangio.
that Haley or the Fangio, those guys, then at that point it's not about the scheme. It is truly those guys running this scheme because they don't think they have the guys to run man.
And to counter off that, not counter, but to continue off that, if you just go out the Jeff Haley scheme where Campanelli comes from, the Packers last year were amazing to begin the season because they had Michael Parsons disrupting everything, but they had a dire need for cornerback. Once Michael went down, the secondary was getting destroyed. They had to go grab Trayvon Diggs off the street.
So you're saying the pass rush
Influences
influences the coverage?
Get out of
No way.
You guys.
No
Stop
way.
it.
Hey.
Can we get home, please? I'm so tired of this. Can we get to the
believe
backup
this.
quarterback, please?
I can't believe this.
You don't got to cover nobody if the guy's laying on his back.
So that's where I come in with the wave of pass rushing. So any great team in modern NFL has guys at defensive tackle, have guys on the edge that they can rotate in. We just paid, we have 2 highly paid defensive ends.
We do.
I believe in, and I think if we have some sort of attention on the inside pass rush, we'll be fine. And I think they'll shine. But I think a third defensive end, depending on the value here in a minute with the mock draft, I think you still, if you can get an edge that can produce for you and kick Trayvon in every once in a while. These
right.
NASCAR packages.
There it is.
We haven't been able to get home. We're going to do nothing but get home.
Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah.
We have 2 edges getting paid damn near $30 million a year.
Top 15 in the league, yeah.
Is edge 3 really that high on the board right now in need? Can you just do it because from the money? Like, I don't want to think money when it comes to player acquisitions, but like
Thinking about investment. You're
So-
thinking about how much is
So money
investment
to the
you
room
need.
is what you're talking
yeah, it's a lot
about.
of money to the room, and if you get a 56 pick at edge and stuff like that, or that's a pretty solid contract, So
In the words of Emery Hunt, it ain't my money. And at the end of the day, if you have a Super Bowl championship that you're holding up at the end of that season, no one cares how much
no one
value you
cares
got, how much you spent.
Yeah.
And I don't think that edge is the top need of this Jacksonville Jaguars team, while also saying that I think the edge could absolutely be the top pick for this Jacksonville Jaguars team in this draft class.
Yeah.
Because if you give me a guy like a Malachi Lawrence and he drops to anywhere close to 56, I'm saying that's the guy, and you can figure the rest out.
or
later.
T.J. Parker, I'm a big fan of him too.
I'm a big fan of Jay Sean Barham.
Well, this is the thing. Like, we're so balanced throughout our whole roster right now for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys are just value-added people. You know what I mean? Or players. So I think we'll take an edge would be fine. But let's move on. So, big board. We came up with my guys, our top 10 guys that we all liked. We don't need to go super long on this, but I do want to get everybody's my guys. So whoever's ready first, you can shout it out.
Are we just shouting out our whole list?
Yeah,
Or-
so I want you to do your top 10 guys
Got you.
that you like the most. It's not the best guys in the draft.
Sure.
It's just like
The
guys
guys
that
that
you
like,
watched, you liked, and you would, would
So
be happy the Jaguars.
should we rapid fire these things, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah,
We're
let's
talking
just-
about
let's
like
just-
50 people here.
Yeah. Let's just go through
That's
it
true.
real quick.
Gotcha.
List the guys, and then
I'll
maybe
go first.
pick one of the guys that you think is like a standout that you would
Yeah.
that you have to have the Jaguars to take.
Okay, cool. I have first Lee Hunter, D tackle. I have Caleb Alarms or linebacker. I have Jay Sean Barham, linebacker, edge. I have Aaron Graves, D lineman. I have Eli Stowers, tight end. Malachi Fields, wide receiver. Torian York, linebacker. Michael Trigg, tight end. Chris Johnson, cornerback, and Elijah Surratt, wide receiver. I think one of the standouts here that I really like, it has to be Eli Stowers.
Okay. What makes you say that?
He's quick. He's big. In college, he was too fast for linebackers, too big for DBs. He's a man child. Speed kills, and he has really good hands. And he can block.
He's not
Like,
Brock Bowers,
He's not.
but he's the closest thing we've seen.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And yeah, he's efficient, dude. And 6'4", 235. Like, I mean, you can't. How can you?
He's a bit lighter.
pass him
The,
back?
the one thing I would have some pushback on, and we'll
Sure.
talk about it when we do the mock, is I think these guys are really. I think we already have Brenton Strange. I think that's a guy who's a great player.
Mhm.
I think this is one of the issues where I went through the film and I was like, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
But I said, they're not looking for this guy. They're looking for somebody that complements something they don't already have, which is like an inline blocker. But I like it. I like him a lot as a player.
If he's
personally.
the backup instead of Johnny Munt and like I mean, I'm
Johnny's
just kinda,
no longer with us.
I
We
feel
wish
like
him well.
Well, Hunter Long, whatever you want to, I mean, I even love Quentin Morris, but like I would rather have Stowers. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think they like Quinn a lot.
I do too.
Listen, it's never a bad thing to have too many good players. Like
Yeah,
There's best player available, please.
Coach.
Best
Coach,
player.
who's your top 10?
So for me, number one, Jacob Rodriguez. I just think that he brings a dynamic to us at linebacker that could fill some holes and maybe even be a little more dynamic than the guy that just left. And so I think he's a little more quick twitch than people give him credit for. Grayson Halton's number two for me. I think that's the guy who's going to be there that we're going to have to say no to. And
Hopefully,
the-
falls a little bit further, but
the next guy on my list that I believe is just screams Duval is Jennings Dunker. And I see this dude and that mullet on the St. Johns River selling something to these people. And I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. If they're from Iowa and they play offensive line, you should probably draft them. I don't care where you draft them, whether they're first or last. It doesn't matter. They're probably going to help you at some point.
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. Michael Trigg, I like his game. I think he's going to be available to us. Another guy that's on there because I believe that he's got an opportunity to be a Jaguar. Definitely can play. Malachi Lawrence is the reach for me. Like that, if we can find a way to get that guy, he makes everybody better. Yeah. And that's we have lacked in that deal, and that gives us the package. Yeah. And I'm a firm believer in if Walker goes inside, he is going to be a nightmare for everybody. Yeah. And if Rook can do just a little bit of what he did in October for Atlanta, he's going to be a problem as well. And now you got Malachi Lawrence and Josh Hines-Allen on the outside. Yeah, man, sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun.
Sounds like the last year at the bank's going to be fun.
Yeah,
you know,
like the Seahawks all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
And so then I get to what I like to call these are smart. Let's be smart and just get good players. Let's make our deal better. Jake Slaughter is one of those guys. Okay. Mike Washington Jr. is one of those guys. He makes us better. Whether we got to get him at 56 or we get him at 81, I can't guarantee that. Okay. Isaiah World, if you haven't seen him play, he's a road grader. Get him on your team. Here's the corner. Here's my corner, the guy that I've done the most homework on. I'm looking for length. I believe like all our corners are the same. They're all little twitch guys and they're, you know, whatever. And I love Travis, but have you stood next to that guy? He like if he was on the track team, he'd be the javelin. Yeah. And Ephesians Prysock is one of the longest corners in the draft. And 6'4" and some change. Yes, he's from Washington, and I believe he could scratch his shin without bending over. And then my last guy, and this is just a personal guy for me, and I've watched enough tape on him that I believe that he is going to be able to play guard and tackle on both sides of the ball, or on both sides of the offensive line. And that's Carver Willis. He's not high, like he's a 6th or 7th round guy, but when you watch him and you watch what he does and what Washington did with him, you're kind of like, okay, I can see that in the right place. Maybe not a starter on day one, but like we've talked about in the non-podcast that was a podcast before we started, that we might want to draft people that are going to play a year or two from now. You know, so and he could definitely be one of those guys.
Let's go, Travis.
Just the FYI, Prysock was the one who had the strong Senior Bowl and was given the receivers fit. So that's what put him on my radar. But I'm always thinking about Sicario Davis on the other side. Washington. So and they're so similar. That's a difficult one. And so I'm only gonna name the guys who we haven't already named just to make this simpler. We already talked about Malachi Lawrence. I'm a UCF guy, of course. He's gonna be on my board. So just want to say that that's the guy. Of course. Chase Benostis, we're talking about having a guard that they can even be reasonably around the Jaguars. That's a guy I wouldn't mind reaching for just a little bit, just because I think the Jaguars' offensive line needs to get a little bigger. I think they need to give me someone who's more dominant in the run game and actually be able to run a little bit more man zone, a man gap, because we just got a little bit too wide for my taste in 2025 season. A lot more zone, a lot less running straight at guys. Gotcha. So from my perspective, that's where I'm at. Landon Robinson, the defensive tackle out of Navy.
He's my sleeper.
He's your sleeper?
Is he undersized? What is his height?
Yeah. What is his height?
He's 6 foot.
6 foot.
He's compact. Yeah. He's compact, but he's
a
short.
monster.
Right, and that's what it comes down to. I love guys who may not necessarily have the measurables, but they're just ballers. Yeah. And if you can give me somebody like that in the middle rounds, I'm always going to be on board with that. No different than Charles Demings. We talked about him in the podcast before the podcast. Like he's another guy. Again, what is this? SAF, Austin.
Stephen F. Austin.
Stephen F. Austin. Yeah, Stephen F. Austin State, cornerback. And he has all the traits. He has all the measurables. He's a guy who's like dominant at the catch point. I love guys like that. Like you show me you have the film, you just haven't done it consistently enough against the top competition because you play against who you play against. Those are my type of guys I'm always going to look for. So a lot of my lists are just those sleepers that you can get in the 4th, 5th, 6th rounds. But Malachi's my top guy, of course. Yeah.
Can't argue with that either.
But overall, like D'Angelo Pons is the one that a lot of Jaguar fans don't like. And again, a little guy because he's a short guy.
Can't do small corners.
Exactly, he's a short guy. But again, I
put that Indiana tape on.
But he is
on the Big Cat Country article. I comped him to Darius Williams, former Rams, former Jaguars.
Shout out to the Creekside Knight. Creekside Knight.
That's where I land at. I'm like, I don't care. turn the film on and you tell me that guy's not balling,
Right.
and then we'll have a conversation. But if you just telling me I don't like him because of his height, then go play a different sport. I just want ballers, and we're gonna figure it out from that point.
Yeah, one of my guys is in that similar thing height wise. But Darren, who's on your list?
Yeah, just to add to that, Travis, I think D'Angelo Pons, like, he's a baller, All-American, so on and so forth. But like, if you say like Darius Williams, I think his ceiling can be like a Chris Harris or like even like an Anton Winfield. His father of Anton Winfield Jr. So like he can be a dog even at 5'9". But
I mean,
all right, so I'm gonna try to do the same thing Travis did, going off people who haven't named. I haven't really done much trench work, but I like Emmanuel Pregnon, the guard out of Oregon. Really nice. He could definitely be there at pick 56. But other than that, I like I don't know if we said Peter Woods yet.
Yeah,
Peter Woods.
No.
About to talk about, but
Peter Woods, Anthony Hill Jr. That is my guy. I love Anthony Hill Jr. Former 5-star recruit out of high school, amazing player at Texas in my opinion. I'm not sure why he's not going first round. He could arguably be the best linebacker in this year's draft, even better than Sonny Styles in my opinion. Oscar Delp out of Georgia, tight end, playmaker, athletic. Didn't really get that much college productivity because Gunnar Stockton. Come on now. With all due respect, with all due respect,
Let's be for real.
with all due respect,
I can see the comments the dogs are going to make already.
with all due respect, but Oscar Delp is going to be one of those players that is better at the pro level than he was in college.
Amen.
Chris Johnson, San Diego State.
Uh-oh. Travis is going to smile big now.
Versatile
My
corner with size and is a willing tackler. You need that in your scheme, especially for a team that can't play a lot of man right now because of the personnel. Davidson.
I think so. That's what I've heard a lot.
Oh, man.
Lately.
What happened?
I think he's going first round.
He's going to be the biggest mover.
I can see it.
I think Malachi Lawrence is going first round. We're
see
going
it
to
too.
find out then.
I
can
see
see
too.
We'll see.
Davidson Igbenogson, the corner out of Ohio State.
Ohio State.
He man corner, but he is really scrappy. Had a lot of PIs in 2024 and won a championship, but he
You can clean that up.
But he cleaned it up this past season. He was really productive for that Buckeyes defense. Harold Perkins, got to throw him in there as well if we go late linebacker. Nick Singleton. I mean, the Penn State running backs, Katron Allen and Nick Singleton, could have been first-round picks last year. They decided to come back, running back with, Drew Aller and who was their coach? I forgot. I'm drawing a blank.
He just went to Tech.
I can see him.
I want to say the key.
Oh my goodness! Why am I forgetting his name?
James Franklin. James Franklin.
James Franklin. They wanted to run it back with
There's
James
a lot
Franklin.
of names spinning in my head.
It
right
didn't
now.
turn out well, but that's a guy that's come off for ACL injury that can be a good round 4, maybe even 5th round selection. Good spell back to the guys we have in the room. And lastly, Jacoby Thomas, safety out of Miami, ball player. A lot of love goes to David Bale. I'm sorry, Ruben Bain Jr., Akeem Mazador, Keontae Scott, but Jacoby Thomas transferred from Tennessee to Miami. He was an amazing player, relatively really young. I think he's like 23, 22 years old. He can play safety out of this world. He'll be a late day 3 pick, but he can definitely play athletic. One of the better safeties in college football last year for sure.
That's awesome.
So,
Man, here's the thing. I think I got all, other than Peter Woods, I got all and Harold Perkins Jr. I got all new guys.
okay,
Nice.
there we go.
So that's what was cool. That's what was cool looking at everybody's list when it got sent in. Was like everybody's got different taste. I think a lot of my list is either freaks or like super undersized guys. So I got number
Midgets and monsters. Here we go.
Midgets and monsters.
So I like Peter Woods. I got him number 1. I think he had a down year last year, but he had a tremendous 2024 season. I think the front office is looking at him and saying, "Hey, could this guy be Aaron Donald light?" You know what I mean? He can move. He could move all across the defensive line. They had him standing up at 300 pounds on the edge a little bit. Played him at nose. Played him at 3 tech. So 4 eye. So he's all over the place. Does have that pass rush ability that you're looking for. So that's perfect there.
How do we get him?
You'd have to trade up.
Yep.
You'd have to trade up into the
Facts.
first. I do think, based on what I'm hearing, I think he might drop into the late 20s. Is it worth it? I don't know.
So, like, I did a list of trade up guys.
Yeah.
He's the number 1 guy on my trade
Same.
up. Like he's a difference maker. He's a changer for us.
100%.
He gives us what we've been talking about. If we want the corners to be better, then let's make the pass rush better. And so he's a guy that he's going to play 3 downs and get after it.
Yeah, no, I like him a lot. My next guy is, again, now monster side. Caleb Banks, he's a boomer bust pick. And I think he's gonna get to 56. I would take him personally, and I've mocked him in almost every single one of my mock drafts, on the understanding that his injury history, his health has to be cleared. If it's cleared, I think he has the potential to be a top 10, 15 pick in this draft. The issue is this isn't Trent Baalke's draft class. This is James Gladstone. I don't think that they're really high on production. I think he had enough production when he did play in the limited games. So I think they would want a little bit more. But I think talent wise, like, he's got a great motor. He's a huge kid. He's 6'6", 330 ish. So I mean, just throw him on film. I'd love to see him in a Jaguars uniform.
Amen.
So let me say this. Let me say this. If he's Benjamin Morrison, and if his medicals don't clear, it's probably the only way that he's going to be available at 56 from my perspective. If you look at it from this way, like if you know you're only going to get 3 to 4 years out of him, and you believe that that's what you're going to get reasonably, as far as the health is concerned, are you still comfortable taking him at 56?
Me, I'm not. No, but what I'm gonna say is, I think enough teams are worried enough, injury wise.
How good are those 3 years?
That they'll
Now we having a
let him
conversation.
drop anyways, even if the medicals aren't cleared. But the next guy I had is really, I don't know why. Every time I went through the mock draft, I had to have this guy on my list, which is Danny Dennis-Sutton, defensive end, edge from Penn State. I think I might have watched the most amount of film on him, just because I thought it was a lot of fun. He's a little stiff, but he's a big dude. He's an athletic freak. He helps you on special teams. Right off the edge, like, I think he'd be a great edge 3. Kind of like what Trayvon was, like, just that athletic freak that, you could put on the edge and he could stand up. He could, put his hand in the dirt. So I really liked him a lot.
Just to add to that, a lot of people say that he thrived a big time with Abdul Carter last year.
Yeah.
And the lack of them not having that extra juice along opposite side of him was the reason why he may not be going as high as many think he should.
I do think he'll be able to develop, because maybe it's not Abdul Carter, but he's going to have Josh Hines Allen, or he's going to have Trayvon there. So I think he'll be able to.
Gonna have to buy a vowel. Put all 3 of them on a fit. Like, I'm sorry.
Real,
Like,
no, seriously.
Like, you can't block them all. Like, you don't have enough.
100%.
I didn't name my last guy, and I just realized it because it was just off my screen. But Rene Conga.
From Louisville.
Yeah, from Louisville.
Yeah, I liked him. I found him late.
6th, 7th round guy.
Yeah.
Big
I literally
defensive lineman guy.
did not see anything about him this entire draft cycle. And then Emory Hunt mentioned him to us on Wednesday. So then I looked at like 3 of his games, and I was like, okay.
He stands out
Then
right
I looked
away.
at his PFF scores, and I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so he had a boatload of pressures. Like, I believe he had I have it right here. He had 26 pressures, but he only converted 2 of them to sacks. So he was just struggling just to close the deal.
Just to close.
And so that ended up resulting in him not getting like a combine invite, which then just
He fits perfect.
and then the whole cycle of him just falling.
Perfect
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Well, it became this cycle of no one talking about him, because then you don't get invited to the combine, even though, like, analytics wise and tape wise, you turn on the tape and tell me that dude's not balling out of control.
Yeah.
Kind of one of those guys. So
What's his height?
What is his height?
Yeah, how tall is he?
6'4" and
What's his name?
290.
Oh, Rene Conga.
6'4", 290, somewhere in that range.
So-
He's super athletic.
Right. So I'm sitting there like, if you looking at him on film, he's 6'3", 6'3", 3/4, 298, 479, 40-yard dash.
So he's hauling. He's moving.
Yeah, and
he's got a great motor, too.
81-inch, wingspan. Like, he's a solid, compact, guy. And I just thought it was like, all right, cool. If he had more sacks, he'd close the deal. He's obviously going to be at the top of a lot more people's boards. You're not talking 6th and 7th round.
Right.
Yeah. That I'm taking the flyer at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll run through the last bit of my guys. So I did have Harold Perkins Jr. too to play Will. Him and Kyle Lewis were really interesting when I was evaluating both of them. I think they can cover, they can blitz, so they can rush passer. I think the issue with them is their size. They're tweeners right now, so you'd have to play them in predominantly obvious passing downs. But I think I've heard a lot of great things from Kyle Lewis. He's 5'11" maybe and 220, so he's pretty small. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it in between the tackles in the NFL.
Yeah.
But I really like his tape. I like him, Harold Perkins. But yeah, I think I would wait on linebacker. Honestly, I wouldn't reach for for Rodriguez. I think I like Ventrell. I think we figure linebacker out next year. And I think they do take one of these guys. I think if I had my pick, it'd be Harold Perkins because I think he's a little bit more stout in the run game and can play in between the box a little bit more. Kyle Lewis played predominantly in the nickel or that kind of like overhang. But yeah, I like both players. I just don't know if necessarily how to fit them into the Jaguars team. And then other than that, just a couple sleepers. Man, Eli Heidenreich out of Navy. I saw him.
Let's go.
I saw him before. I saw him because I'm a film freak, so I like watching Navy and all the triple option stuff.
Running back slash.
He's a slot receiver in the NFL. But here's the thing: Parker Washington's going to get a lot of volume. Who do we have else in the slot? I mean, I guess you could put Travis there, you know what I mean? But if any one of those three guys goes down, specifically Parker, like, got to watch that a little bit. And which of our running backs is going to catch the most amount of passes this season? I don't know if it's Tootin. I don't know if it's LeQuint. Maybe LeQuint's, it steps up a little bit. They didn't throw the ball a ton. They threw ETN the ball a ton. I think this kid could be kind of like a old school, like a little bit bigger Danny Woodhead kind of player. He, punt return, kick return. Like, I think he's going to get on the field. He's a good athlete. So he's just kind of like a football player. Him and Landon Robinson, both out of Navy, ironically enough, I would take late. But awesome, man. Let's go through trade scenario real quick, and then we'll do the mock draft.
Sure.
Let's go Travis, and we'll go kind of all the way around. So ideal. We're gonna throw out a trade scenario that you would like to happen, and then see if we can all agree on it before the draft starts.
Oh man, trade scenario I want to happen. I mean, I've already mentioned my guy being Malachi Lawrence. So if we're we're talking trade up in a situation like that, I'm all in. But just to be a little different, I'll say maybe trading up from the pick. What was it? Our third pick, fourth pick? I'm trying to remember the numbers.
88.
Yeah, so like
100.
At that point, when we're packaging, we have 3 third-round picks at this point.
Take one and move it.
At that point, I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be on the board at that point. Because I think a trade up is the one thing that no one's really talking about in the Jaguar fan base.
Right.
That is probably going to happen. They've told you on too many occasions they're not going to. It's not trading up necessarily just from 56 into the first round.
Yeah.
But also
and then it's early second.
Packaging those other picks to go and get the guy you specifically want is a different conversation.
I think the trade up scenario, other than like Peter Woods, it's so tough because I think 20 through 56 are all kind of similar. You know what I mean?
That's the reason that I feel like you're probably. I honestly think that it's more closer to 20 through 70.
Right.
So when I'm thinking trade up, I'm thinking, all right, cool. How many picks can you get in that range?
Yeah.
From 56, I want the Jaguars to own 56 through 75.
For sure.
If that makes sense.
For sure. What about you?
Whatever's gonna get Walker Little off of my team.
I do have.
They're telling us on Twitter we can't get rid of Walker Little. I mean, I understand the contract thing, and but even if it's for a bag of chips and a soda, like, I need him out of here. Before this, and then we can explore options in the draft for a tackle. I
think the one trade that I would like to see happen involves Walker Little, and it's moving him and maybe a late round pick or two for Darnell Washington out of in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I think that fills your tight end 2. Fix
and the big body blocking.
Exactly.
I think Darnell has an ACL injury. Did he?
No, I think he broke his hand or something.
Something had like a injury.
Got hurt right
he
there.
did get hurt, but I think I forget what exactly the injury was. I thought it was upper body, and I think
I don't believe the Steelers are going to part with him.
Well, it's got a new coach, so my thought process here is McCarthy goes more for a receiving wide receiver or tight end, kind of like Levi. No, the kid from Vanderbilt. I can't. Eli Stowers.
Yeah.
Maybe they target him or something in the draft and they move off of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liam in the front office talks about physicality all the time. What better way to get Darnell Washington? Coach,
definitely at the point.
Who would you do?
So I see us moving into the 30s, so 34 through 39, somewhere right in there, and that gives you the honeypot. That in most of the mocks that I've seen and I've been a part of, Jacob Rodriguez, Chris Johnson, Caleb Banks. All those guys are right around there. And then there's Chase Bissonnette, the offensive guard from Texas A&M, has been there a bunch of times. I feel like that one of those four guys not only answers, we need to check a box kind of thing, but it gives you probably the opportunity to start, right away. And,
Chris Johnson would be a steal in that.
And
that would be awesome.
He's not
and
gonna
that gives.
start right. I mean, he might start right
so-
away, but then you're gonna have
so that
three
gives you-
big corners, and one
They
of
give
them's
you,
not gonna play.
that gives you the flexibility, and Travis
We're
has
gonna
been talking
trade up
about
for
that.
flexibility?
Hold on now. The flexibility for the roster to allow Travis Hunter to not have to be 100% on day one.
Yeah.
Everything that
Day
they built
one.
up within this regime has shown you that the primary thing that they care about is the versatility. It's literally a core trait across the roster. So when you
Casually
say you're
rich.
trading up for versatility or for flexibility, I'm
That's
like,
kind of a
yeah,
part of
that's,
what they've
that's
been
the point.
doing.
Yeah,
What is Travis Hunter if not for that specifically?
yeah, but I think they realized they did it the wrong way last year. I think they had good intention. They had good intentions. Understanding the offensive side of the ball was super important and hard to do. So they started him on that side. I said it, told Flash on our very first podcast episode. Start the kid on defense. Let him ramp up on offense. They need to put him at one position, not full time, not long time, just to begin with to get solid. He played corner last year. He had flashes. He didn't play top 10 pick corner wise.
He didn't have enough.
He didn't have enough
snaps
reps,
yeah.
but honestly, like I think you just need to get him really comfortable at one position. It could be on either side of the ball, fine. You don't have room on offense, so that's why they're saying defense. So I'm adamant. We're going to talk about it when we get in the mock draft. If anybody brings up a corner at 56, I'm throwing hands.
The thing about it with Chris Johnson is that
We're trading up. I'm throwing hands up.
He's versatile to play rather if it's Ballinger or a nickel.
Yeah.
And I know we have Jordan Lewis and we have Jarian Jones, but like
You got Ransaw. You have
Ransall's not playing corner.
Hold on. You got I'm saying like big nickel. I think Ransaw and Antonio Johnson both can kind of fill that slot role too. Like and you got Jari and you got J-Lu. Like how many guys are you gonna be able to put there?
J-Lu's
I
coming off
hear
an
you.
injury.
I'm not trading up for Chris Johnson. What I'm saying is trading up for
I said that.
We spent 10 minutes on that.
No.
So
he called it the honey pot.
you have every player available to check the boxes between 35 and 39.
Okay.
Meaning, if it is Chris Johnson, if they believe that that's the guy that's going to fix the deal, that's going to make them better, that's going to improve the pass rush because they're going to be able to cover for as long as they need to, then you're going to get that opportunity. You're going to be able to get him between 35 and 39.
Okay.
But if it's Caleb Banks, which has been your guy, he's
I would let him fall to you, but yes.
But you can't let him
Then
fall.
don't pick him then.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, if he falls that far, I don't want him.
So if he's available and that's the guy and they've done their diligence and they're good with it, and so that's how that works. Just like with Jacob Rodriguez, I feel like he fits the mold of people that we want to have on our team.
Okay.
And I feel like he plays a position that we need because Ventrell Miller is going to be great in the box playing downhill.
Yes.
But do we want him in coverage?
No. Sorry.
Jacob Rodriguez.
Sorry.
Jacob Rodriguez's best trait is that he can cover.
gosh.
I don't think he's as bad as you
Yeah,
think.
you really do.
Let me throw something out Ventrell wise, and then I'll go forward. A lot of people before the season started, Jamal St. Cyr and myself specifically said Devin Lloyd couldn't cover, and he had 5 picks in the first 5 weeks. So I think I would worry about. I would be careful to try to replace Ventrell. I think long term, Foye and Ventrell, we need to keep that in mind in this draft. But I don't think immediately the kid that you draft is getting anywhere close on the field.
I would
Devin Lloyd had an All-Pro season, and him and Ventrell were on the roster before the season started.
Yep.
They were
They were.
50-50 who to play,
Yeah.
and just because there wasn't enough, modern NFL, there's only 2 linebackers on the field at any given time, basically.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't play.
If they move up to the 30s to get a player, I believe that player will be on the field.
I agree.
And I think that'd be the only guy I do that for is Peter Woods.
But he ain't making it.
And that goes into what I was about to say. And also, I didn't mean to be disrespectful, but I've been watching Ventrell for a long. I'm a Gator fan. Gator fans know he's a great run stopper.
Great
But
run
in
stopper.
coverage, my goodness.
In the business, we call that a thumper. He is a
So,
thumper.
If this was 05, 06, oh my,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Play downhill.
There we go.
Send him next to Paz and let him go run and hit.
But we in 2026. No.
I'm gonna say it, bro. I believe in Ventrell Miller
There it is.
for 2026. I do.
5-1.
I'm not drafting a linebacker inside the first 5 rounds.
No, I agree. I mean, like if it's like Jacob Rodriguez or Anthony Hill
5.
Jr. in my
Around-
opinion,
I
I
don't know,
think
whatever.
Ah,
100 is.
okay.
Exactly.
Anthony Hill's waiting on you
100,
at
I'm
56.
probably
I don't see how we pass on that.
exactly. But for my trade scenario, I'm with Connor. Got to be Peter Woods.
Yeah.
If I were to give up the picks, it would be what, pick 88, pick 124 or 100,
Something like
and
that.
then 56. I think that's enough to trade back into the first. At pick 32 with the Seahawks, who have been flirting with the idea of trading because they have guys they need to pay. Devon Witherspoon. Who else need to be paid next for them?
Wait, who?
I mean, he's the
who we
big
talking
one.
about?
Seahawks.
Yeah, he's the big one.
He's the next contract. I'm thinking like for teams like that want to acquire as many draft picks and capital as possible. So
Oh, you're saying what team to trade?
Yeah,
up
you got
for?
to go after teams that are like
So then you're like the Miami Dolphins at that
Yeah.
point.
exactly.
At 30, I believe.
Yeah. So you get to pick 30, 31, 32. You can draft the Peter Woods, and regardless of what we did today in trading for Rook, row.
Yeah.
You still got to address the dire need, in my opinion. So Peter Woods, if not, stay at 56 or move around like 40, 35 or something like that.
I got you.
I can see that.
All right, guys, let's get into the actual mock draft.
Here we go.
On all of that being said, we just had a lot of trade talk. Are we doing any of those? Are we trading up?
Man, the AI ain't gonna give you nothing good.
I mean, let's see what it
Unless
looks
you
like.
try
Let's
to
see
do
what it looks
yourself.
like.
Well,
when
do you
we
want
get
me
the
to
end of the
pause?
first
Do
round.
you where do you want me to pause if we
Let's
do?
pause it around the end of the first round.
End of
I
the,
think that's-
Reevaluate?
Yeah, reevaluate before day 2 starts.
Okay.
okay, so
do
do you want me to
fast.
stop?
No,
That gives us the option
you
to
gotta do
move
fast.
to the
Yeah,
30s.
Wait.
Got it.
Would we stop at what 25?
Yeah.
Sure, that sounds
Sure.
right. That
It
sounds
goes fast,
reasonable.
so you got to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Consensus? Oh, boy.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got to
There we
kind of
go.
aggregate all of them together.
Wait,
All right.
don't wait.
Normal.
Too fast.
Normal's too slow.
Yeah, normal's way too
All
slow.
right, I just
Here
don't
we
want to
go.
miss it. All right, here we go.
Hold on
It's
tight.
too fast. Yeah, be ready to pause it.
Yeah, you good. There we go.
Oh, 2 wideouts in a row.
Oh wow.
Let's see.
The third one's
Jordan
sitting on the
Tyson,
board right
Jordan
now.
Tyson hasn't gone, and he's at 22.
So right now, there's no one here that I'm trading up for. Keep going. There he is.
Tackles.
There he is.
So what pick are we at right now?
Caden?
22. I
22?
like Caden, but I like Woods more.
All right,
Hmm.
dude.
There it is. He
there
never
it
makes
is.
it past Chicago for me every time.
Yeah, same
You
here.
still got Peter. So you still got Peter Woods on the board. You still
What-
got Colton Hood on the board. I mean,
I don't think we mortgage this stuff to
Mesidor.
get to 25.
Nah,
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Peter
not-
Woods
I
is
know,
gonna
I know.
go.
Okay,
There's another guy like
Would you
CJ
trade
Allen.
up for Caden Proctor?
No.
I
I'm not like any of the tackles that much.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
outside of the Utah kids, like
Arizona State guy's pretty good too.
Yep,
Yeah.
I like him.
I like the Utah kids.
let's let it ride. I think.
yeah.
Let's
Let's
let-
keep
I like the
it
kid
going
from
to 35.
Northwestern,
Let's
too.
get early in day 2. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peter Woods gonna be gone.
Stop.
Maybe.
Oh, he's still there.
No way.
No.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh no, he's gone.
He's been.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still got Caleb Banks as an
Oh, my
option at 40. Like he's rated as their 43rd
Pounds.
best prospect.
Rewind it to the start of the second round.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
And so you still have options.
There you go.
There we
All right,
go.
now let's look at the last pick of the first round.
So Colton Hood went to the
To
Seahawks.
the world champions.
Okay, of course.
2-time.
Of course.
All
it
right,
is.
so
2-time.
So let's do. So your guy Chris Johnson's still up here again. I'm not trading up for him. I'm just letting you know because
Right.
he's there.
Bonds is
Jacob
there.
Jacob Rodriguez started in the second
I'm
round.
still liking a lot of the guys that's available right
Caleb.
now.
Huh?
I don't feel like I have to
The
trade. but I
honey
could.
pot.
Still got Malachi Lawrence too.
Malachi Lawrence is
All
here
right.
too.
Now we talking my language.
Lee
It's
Hunter's
a
still there.
consensus. The consensus always puts Malachi
Yeah,
lower.
so when you show
Yeah.
you just named at least 7 to
All right.
9
Yeah,
guys.
I'm
that
gonna
So-
let it go to
interested in right
56.
all the way to 56, or do we want to stop at 40 and look again?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we'd
if-
spend a
if
lot
I
of
only
time.
have to give up a 5th round pick
I'm not
to
looking
trade
at
up
any
in
other
10
rounds.
spots, I'm cool with that. So
This
like
is the only time I want
This
to
is
look.
this is the only time.
this is the biggest one.
All right, where do you want me to stop?
Stop it
40.
at.
Stop
40?
at 45.
40. Okay.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 to 45
All right.
range. I
Well,
think
who's
is
left
reasonable.
now?
There's some good names. Great names.
Right, a lot of
Caden
good names.
McDonald,
Caden
Small,
McDonald.
Christian Miller staring us in the face.
Jacob
Caleb
Rodriguez is still
Banks,
there.
D'Angelo Pons,
Honestly,
Gabe,
Emmanuel Prignon.
I'm not sure
and
what the
Anthony Hill
Bengals-
Jr.
I'm not sure
Lee
what the
Hunter.
Bengals
Wait.
Saints did, but I know they have a need for D tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Short down a little bit on the draft side,
On the
sorry,
draft
if you can.
draft or the player pool?
No,
The
draft.
Raiders.
The
The Raiders
draft
got your
side.
guy.
Scroll down or scroll up. I'm sorry.
Oh, who's
trying to
after
see
you're saying?
who's
Jets
left.
don't need D tackle. The Ravens could use a D tackle. No, well, it depends on.
Well,
they
how
feel
about this? Let's look at
Let it go.
defense real quick. All
Yeah.
right, let's look at D tackle. Who's here? I mean,
I think
Caden
this boy-
McDonald's
I think
still
this boy's
there.
falling in our favor. Right
Those
now,
are a lot of
personally.
great
Caleb
names.
Absolutely.
Banks.
I
That's
think
why
it's
definitely-
good.
This is why I'm saying
We're
let
getting
it ride
somebody.
to 50
Yeah,
I think, I think
Yeah,
we're
let it
just
ride,
fine.
let it ride, let it
just
ride.
let it
Here we
ride.
go.
Just for who's left.
They all gone.
They just took
One
They
pick.
all-
Okay, I love the one picks.
They all gone.
Yep, all of our guys.
They're all gone.
No, Grayson's there.
Even my boy Dennis Sutton is gone.
Oh my god.
They're all gone.
Wait, so show me the all. Show me all who's available right now, not just defensive
Yep,
tackles.
I got you. Get this stupid commercial out of
So
the way.
you got
Yeah,
R,
still
you
got
got R.
some
Mason
good
Thomas who's still on the
stars.
board.
By the way, one guy I didn't mention that as like an outside the box thought process here and a team need, but not really, is Jadarian Price. I love him.
Yeah.
I love him a
Physical.
lot. And maybe somebody in the front office may or may not have liked my tweet about him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I can show you guys off air if
Jake
that's
Gallaudet,
true or
we didn't even
not.
talk about him.
You heard somebody.
I'm a big fan of him too.
Yeah.
But I also think he can help in the kicking game. Anyways, let's go to. I think we're still looking at defense though, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not in
Listen,
love with
I'm
the
not
D
gonna lie-
tackles.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but if we're looking at right now, I'm split personally. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm personally split between Josiah Trotter and sorry, go back. I want to make sure I'm not.
Linebacker.
No.
no.
Go back to all. It was R. Mason Thomas and it was Josiah Trotter, and I was like, that sounds
We
great.
should have moved up. We gotta.
The honeypot's calling you
We
again.
should have moved up.
All right. Hear me out.
Coach was right.
Let me play devil's advocate here.
I'm
Okay.
also throwing
Those last 10
Grayson
picks.
Holton into this mix, by the way.
All right.
A
So
little bit of a reach, but I think we should look at him.
So for me and what I believe that would make our football team the best for this present moment is Grayson Holton. He's been my guy for a long time. Now, but here's the devil's advocate part. When you're sitting at the table and you got a chance to make your team dynamic on offense,
Okay.
Stowers is your guy.
That's what I think.
See, here's the issue.
It changes everything.
Here's the issue. I'm with you on the offense side. I'm the only guy here that's gonna pound the table for the running back.
For the running back.
I like
Jadarian
Price,
Price.
dude.
Yeah.
I think he's the best. I think he's the best running back in your room today. If you draft him, I think he's better than
Really?
Tootin. I think he's more dynamic in the passing game. And worst case scenario, he's your kick returner. You know what I mean? Tootin's gonna be out. He ran back 2 kicks last year. I'm super high on him. I think he's a great replacement for Travis Etienne. It's unorthodox, but that's the guy that I personally would pick here. And he's at the top of. Basically at the top. Other than Mason Thomas, he's at the top of the list.
Can
here.
I'll say for me personally, I'm looking at AJ Halsey, I'm looking at Keith Abney,
Safety, really?
and I'm looking at one of those linebackers.
I was looking at Keith Abney as well.
I like Keith Abney a lot,
Yeah.
and I'm looking
Corner.
at what other linebacker is there?
We're
I'm
still at
sorry.
56 guys.
I
Why are
know.
we picking
mean,
corner?
We got Jake Gallaudet. We had Josiah Trotter. But again, I always said, and I said this to the guys before the podcast, just so everybody knows, behind the curtain,
Yeah.
that you're always going to be a little bit biased from whatever draft board you're looking at. So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily follow this draft board in the way that it's kind of outlined.
It's
at
falling
current
right
moment in
now.
time.
Yeah.
I
Right.
understand what
So
you're saying.
if I view a guy like Josiah Trotter, I like Josiah as one
Me
of my
too.
top 2 linebackers anyways going into this
Right.
class, which is why I say him, no matter what numbers they have next to him.
6'2" out of
Quality
Missouri.
Right.
237. What did he run? I mean, actually, let's look at stats
Trotter?
first.
No, I got you.
80 solo tackles.
Well, this is
Yeah, so
this
Josiah
is his whole
Trotter-
career.
I thought that
Uh,
was
That's
his
only
last
20
year.
that's only 24 games, though.
Basically 6'2",
okay.
237 pounds. He's 21 years old,
He didn't
12
run.
games.
He didn't run.
Hey, but he didn't run.
He only benched. Ta-da.
Price.
Go back to pro day.
It wasn't there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
Pro Day?
Yeah, so an 11%.
No,
miss.
no,
To the right,
it
to the
wasn't.
right,
I'm
to the
sa-
right.
No, I'm saying it. The 40 wasn't there.
No, I wanted to see why they have the discrepancy in height.
Wrong ruler. It happens
I
all.
wore the Under Armour shoes. God damn it.
All right. Here's the thing. I think what's our need? Let's look at the board.
Defensive
What's
tackle.
It's defensive tackle.
And
Who's-
second is linebacker.
The second's linebacker, but I think does Trotter cover? Is he good enough in space?
I mean, if you're looking for like
that's honestly his area of opportunity is his coverage. That's what he needs to improve.
So
on.
what you gonna draft another Ventrell and then Ventrell's
So
gonna
you
play?
put him. I don't view him as a Ventrell. I actually view him as a dominant pass rusher. Like I think he's
Okay.
actually really good I would almost put him in the same line of thought. If you were someone who liked Leo Chanel in free agency, then you would love Josiah Trotter. He rushes well. He's good downhill, and you're going to have to coach around the coverage. Nope, not significantly different than Devin Lloyd coming out of
But
college.
I think you can get Harold Perkins later in the draft and get the same exact thing,
Possibly.
if not better athlete on
Maybe.
top of that. So I'm going to wait on – I think we should wait on linebacker. I think Mason Thomas, even though I haven't really looked him up much, I've heard a lot of buzz recently about him. Again, I'm the outlier here. I like Price.
I won't lie to you, Eli Stowers. That piqued my interest. That I wasn't even thinking about it. Honestly.
Yeah, but he's not gonna block. He's gonna be the
Again,
same.
he doesn't have to block.
Okay, but if you run 22
in this offense, you might have to.
if you run 22,
Again, they have people to do that.
Well, my only point is
He's
if you're
going to go on the field to throw. They will throw the ball.
okay, but here's the issue: they're gonna have to
And
go
Brenton
5.
Strange can block. So if he's on the field, Brenton can block.
Yeah, but so Brenton Strange is gonna be your inline guy, and then Stowers is gonna be your move guy.
I'm going to put them both on the field.
But the thing about with Stowers, I don't mean to cut y'all off, but he is really small. He's 235.
Yeah, he's
That's and he's already been talked about by scouts to play possibly as a receiver in packages like that.
I like
I
his
don't-
tape. I don't like his fit.
I don't think
That's
that's
basically where I'm at.
yeah. I don't think that's ideal at pick 56. Just me.
Yeah.
I think you can go tight end
So
later.
just keep it defense then at this point.
Yeah, I don't. That's just my opinion though.
Listen,
Unless there's a
I'm
so
looking. I'm
a
looking at
tackle
AJ
available.
Halsey. I love his game a lot. He was dominant at LSU.
I just don't
Played
think
a lot of free roaming safety, box safety.
Click the trade offer.
The trade offer, trade back. Well, here's something that I thought of today. Going through these mock drafts, I said, hey, if we're in between where we're reaching for a guy or we're gonna have to trade back, this is the spot I would go and get Dexter Lawrence. And the trade talks obviously would be talked in advance, but I would go get Dexter Lawrence.
Right.
I trade 56, D Ham, and Walker Little to make the money work. I think they take a second round pick, and I think we solve our biggest need in pass rush, and we get him, Eric Armstead, you get Josh Hines Allen, and Trayvon Walker, dude. I think that's the move here. I don't think you would reach for Holton because I think he's there at 81. I don't think you all these other guys are reaches, man. And if you trade back, great, but we're gonna have to pick more players that don't, maybe they make sense, but is it gonna move the needle? No. Dexter Lawrence is gonna move the needle right here.
The only way you trade for Dexter Lawrence is if he signs an extension.
Well, he would though.
He said
You would have the
he would
extension
definitely
agreed
stay,
to
yeah.
before you even make the trade.
He
Agreed,
also
yeah.
said it's not all about the money. He just wants to change the scenery. I saw the report recently too, where he's
Tired of
open.
losing.
He's open to just going to a winner, and I think that's the move, guys.
I agree.
Did we just call ourselves winners?
We
just
are.
happened?
We are.
We are.
No, we are.
We
So
had a
Now
winning
they have to
record.
prove it for a second year in a row,
Yes.
but they are.
So we're packaging up our picks to get Dexter Lawrence.
I think so.
This second round, I'm okay with that, especially if we're sending Walker Little.
Is any of these
Down
guys
there.
better than Dexter Lawrence?
Of course not, but I think every team in the NFL is
are
having
we-
this exact
are we
same
being, like,
conversation.
realistic?
Like, this is not. This
This is
they're
not.
gonna accept
That's
it?
my problem.
That's one
In-
because
in real life, they're not accepting this.
Which part is
I'm sorry.
is unrealistic?
well,
D
the
Ham's
money.
contract and Walker Little's contract.
Yeah.
They don't want that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
They don't want either one of those
I
players.
think that they would want because
D-Ham would
we had this
fit
argument.
fine.
We had this conversation.
goes
I
It has
think,
down
nothing to do with
Emory
fit.
Hunt.
They're trying to build a team. These two guys are not team guys right now for them because they're part of a team that wants to win. They're not going to go to the Giants and help them win.
And me, honestly
I
speaking,
think the Giants would want DeVon Hamilton.
well, no,
not
I
Walker
think they
Little.
definitely would.
His
They have a need for
contract
nose
cuts in half
tackle.
next year. It's the opposite of Walker Little's contract. It goes from 12 mil this year to 6 mil the next
Right.
year. D-Hams.
I do agree they will want
And
Devon
then he's
because
off
they
the
have a
team.
need for nose tackle, and that would be a good replacement for it. They have a need for stopping the run. But like Coach is saying, they're not looking to obtain like players.
They want
They want
picks.
picks.
They want to go get their
okay,
guys.
fine.
If it ain't picks, they don't want it.
Okay, fine.
Because they already got to pay guys in the future, like a Brian Burns next year when he wants 6 extension. Malik Neighbors, if he bounces back in a few years, then you have to worry about Jackson Dart when he gets his time coming and stuff like that. So they're not looking to.
Trying to
Okay.
get rookies.
Okay,
That's
listen.
why they don't want to pay him $30 million right now.
Listen, we need to make the money work if we're gonna do it. So I'm cool with 56. If you throw, is he worth a second and a third?
Well, I was thinking a third in 2027. personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was
is
thinking
he-
that
is he
because
worth-
the 2027 draft is has a lot more people interested in it anyway. So if you give them a third in 2027, you give them a second in 2026, and you allow them to cut their cap hit from the Dexter Lawrence contract to the Von Hamilton contract in half, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So flip it over here. So we're the Giants now.
Okay.
We need picks. Look, their pick is 105.
Yeah.
Yeah, it moves up to 56.
That's great. But
But
what
they're
I'm
also
telling
going to
you,
want more than that.
correct.
Okay, so
You're saying this year.
Listen, we have
realistically-
11 picks, guys.
Well, this is realistically speaking. This is if I'm the Giants, I want 56, I want 88, and I
Yep.
want 100, and I want a pick in 2027.
No.
And David Button.
For depth.
No, dude.
But you're not
Somebody
getting
who
it.
doesn't want to be there.
He's right.
But that's
Wait.
He doesn't even
Whether or
wanna
not
be
they
there
ask
anymore.
for it is
Well,
one thing.
Wait.
The thing about it is, he can say he don't want to be there all he wants. He's still in the contract.
Right.
But
He's
here's
getting paid.
Well,
still.
as of Tuesday, Adam Schefter said that they're asking for a first, and if you're not talking about a first,
Yes,
no, they're asking for a first, but he believes that Lawrence will be had for a second and a fourth or a second and a third.
It always
That's
goes. It
his
always
language.
goes a later pick than you think in the NFL. This always happens. A guy gets traded for a third. You're like, dude, I thought the guy's worth a 2. Or
He had a half sack
it's
last
it's
year.
always the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, you can get him for 56. The players and
Man.
we can throw more picks. We have 11 picks.
I'll just say this: I don't think nose tackle should be looked at for a sack. He causes. He is, in my opinion, the best
the
defensive tackle
disruption
in the
piece
game.
that he
Right, he's a
brings.
nose tackle who plays 50% 3 technique. He's not just a nose.
yeah, it's not.
You
We're
know,
not getting
his,
another
his
Devon
disruption
Hamilton here.
piece, standing next to Rook with Josh Hines Allen and Walker. Like that's going to be a problem.
math changer.
Yeah.
knew that this
No, I
was-
mean, like,
you
I
have to double team.
I would love to see.
You have
it.
to double team.
Listen,
Dexter Lawrence.
listen. We gotta
Period.
make. We're
for sure,
we
for
gotta
sure.
make a pick.
We gotta
Yeah,
we gotta turn the envelope.
make a pick. Make a pick.
We've already got kicked off the clock. They're kicking us out of the room.
They've kicked us out.
They
of
done
the
simmed
room.
the draft on us.
Yeah.
And
We
it's
done
like,
drafted the
All
AI.
right, listen, I'm gonna give them 56. I agree with you. They need more picks. Their first pick is 105. I'm gonna give them 88. Okay.
Mhm.
Or
Give him 100.
Nah, F this. Y'all ain't scared. Give him a second next year. I don't care.
okay, 2 seconds.
It's a second and a second.
Dude,
Second,
James wouldn't care. James.
You know he
wouldn't
wouldn't. F some
You
picks.
say F them picks.
Yeah.
care. Okay, so listen, we're gonna
I
give him
got the elite
Von
talent.
Hamilton.
give him D Ham, and we're also gonna give him Walker Little,
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Please.
And we're gonna get
I actually
our
do agree that
be-
I don't
the
think-
best
I don't
player.
think- I don't think they want Booker Little. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's
They
okay.
don't.
They don't
Just
have
take
a-
him.
They
don't have a
don't.
need.
They
Go back
don't.
up,
But
go back up.
I bet
Scroll back up.
you they need.
You're just
depth.
getting it done. It's fine.
All
Whatever.
right.
They
Scroll
don't,
back up.
they don't really have
Dexter.
a need for Walker at all, to be honest. But
They don't have a swing tackle though.
they have. That's fair. They don't.
Like,
Yeah, neither do we.
now.
Now we don't
Yeah,
have a
now we
starting
don't.
tackle no more.
Well, we're gonna have to draft one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
That feels.
We cool with it?
I'm good.
Look at the value offered. Like Lord. Phew. Yeah, I'm sure they.
We could've
I'm
took
sure
one.
they accept that. We could have taken.
Right.
We could have traded Walker Little to somebody else for a draft pick.
Well,
Listen, we have Dexter Lawrence. I'm happy with it. That's fine.
okay.
You're right.
So now we have our D tackle. Now we gotta find our starting left tackle.
Now we can draft BPA.
Hey, Keith Abney is available right now. I mean,
why does he fall?
Yeah.
Because it's a simulator.
That's true.
It's a simulator.
That's true.
I
Why
say
is he
draft
falling?
him. If he's there, draft him.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not. Personally, I would have a really hard time picking.
Okay, we can wait for corner. Let's go to offensive line because our offensive line we don't
That's
got,
fine.
We don't got a tackle right
Okay.
now. We
Listen, Austin Barber's a guy I didn't mention. He's
No.
the top left tackle
But
here.
not here.
I'm not. Yeah.
Isaiah World. Someone already mentioned
Again,
him.
there's
Wasn't
some
our guys.
depth here at this
Right.
position. It
So
doesn't
Isaiah
really
World, you
address
gotta
right
you
now.
gotta assume that you're not going to be getting anything from him until the middle of the year. Maybe not even this year.
All
Like
right.
you drafting that for next year at that point.
No. All right. So I think we're on defense, actually, guys. I think
Okay.
we're probably. Let's see where.
Who are
No,
the
Dominique
tackles we
Corner
have?
needs that
Who
for
are
sure.
the edges we
Proctor's
have?
the guy. That's the
Yeah,
guy you
oh,
want.
no,
I like
absolutely
Romello
later.
Height as a third down
I
edge
like
rusher.
Romello too.
Right.
DPR.
Here's the thing.
My guy, Jay-Sean
Barham?
Yep, that was my guy.
Barham?
Yeah.
We need DPRs at this point though, because we don't need guys that can be a bit oversized edges. We need guys that can get out there on third down and create havoc.
And our guys are going to sit at the table and pound the desk. For
How many picks do we have left?
A lot.
Yeah.
Well, we only traded this year. We only traded one pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
So
you.
we have 10.
You got 10 left.
All right. So listen, we got 81, the 81st pick here.
so-
we
if
got
we're
Caleb.
81,
Oh,
if we're
Caleb is
81.
right there too.
Kayla.
Caleb Alarms, that's my guy too.
Listen,
But I think you can get him later.
We don't-
well, and
we don't-
I'm
we don't
not
like-
saying that because of their board.
We
I'm
don't
just
like
saying
Keith
in general.
Abney. I mean,
Who's the best
Like-
player
Dude, I don't want to. Who's
I'm
the best
shocked.
player here?
right now?
at all.
Go to
Yeah,
all.
go to
yeah.
all.
It's Keith Abney.
I'm not taking a corner.
I'm not saying I'm
we're
not
in
saying
the
I'm not
third-
taking
we're-
corner.
we're
I'm
in the
saying I'm
third
not
round
taking
now.
that corner.
That
That's
corner
not.
specifically.
That's where I'm at.
So,
But
so is Dominique Gorge plays the same position as the guy we just drafted?
Yeah,
Essentially,
I'm not
yeah.
taking- I'm not
Essentially,
taking-
yeah.
I
That's
mean,
where
we
at.
really, we
Like,
could get really weird and grab Bryce Lane.
Where are we at tight end? Where's
Yeah,
we
Michael
got Oscar
Trey.
Delt.
Michael Trey too.
That's a little bit of a reach.
I like Kyle.
Keep in mind
I
we pick
like
at
Kyle
88.
Lewis, but I know we haven't.
Keep in mind
We've
we
seemed
have-
to go
we got
over him,
88.
so I think everybody doesn't love him just because of the whole.
I like him a lot,
size
and I
conversation.
think it's where do you play him? I mean, listen, Foye Luakon is only 6'1", 230.
Right.
I mean,
He's
this
also
kid's
the smartest
6
guy in
foot,
the NFL.
220. He flies around. He bursted. I heard what's the guy from Trevor? Not Trevor.
You say where do you play him, but you play him in the same spot that you played Devin Lloyd. He almost was
At will,
exclusively
yeah.
he almost was exclusively a curl flat player in college. You have him do the exact same thing and let him be a guy in that hole that Devin Lloyd was in 2025. I don't see that being a
that's not
ill
that-
fit.
Yeah, that's not too much.
The
I
only,
think the only drawback on him is just his weight. That's all.
Well, yeah.
which I think he
Right.
can gain 10 pounds.
Our
You know what I
people
mean?
can take care of that.
I think he can gain, and he's one of the best players here. Linebacker,
Right, like
We-
I love
I'm good
Deontay
with
Lawson
that, yeah.
also, just to be clear. But no, if we're talking on the board right now at 81, and yeah, I think we're in the shooting range, and it's
Yeah.
not a reach.
So we've answered D tackle and linebacker with our first two
First two
opportunities.
picks.
yeah.
Okay,
And
Kyle
that D
Lewis it
tackle is
is.
gonna make your linebackers look a lot
Yeah.
better anyway.
Kyle Lewis is a
Hopefully.
good
We
pick.
cool with Kyle? Or I mean, Perkins
Not yet
Jr.
for Perkins.
I feel like he'll be available. later.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do we? Let's go back to all real
Gotta get
fast.
drafting another linebacker later. I'm not
neither.
Trent Baalke, but also, but also, if you need another linebacker to try to let you maybe grow
Take both.
off of that Foyer contract, maybe next year or something along those lines, or develop, I'm not against that either.
Nah,
Okay, cool.
Lewis is the better selection.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Lewis.
I don't
Stop
know.
going
I'm-
back
I'm-
to the
I'm-
corner.
I'm sorry, but no, I'm just saying like
Have we made one
if we're
pick yet?
drafting future. Well,
Oscar
okay,
Delp just went
knew
the
it would
pick
be
ahead
like
of
this.
us.
What?
okay, we're at 88. I mean, corner's still there. Go to corner real quick, just real quick. He's
Same guy. Nobody wants.
Oh, never mind. He's going.
You don't like Malik
See,
Muhammad?
I like Chandler Rivers.
Malik
like
Muhammad's a
Chandler
bit
Rivers, too.
smaller in weight. He's like 188.
The only
I
guy.
like small for
That's a
me.
good call, coach. I like Chandler.
The only guys that I kind of like here at corner.
Julian Neal.
I like,
Julian
I
Neal's
like
my
the-
guy.
I like
That's
the
new
height.
Monterey Brown.
I like the height.
He's got some size on him too.
Well, Jamal was the one that reminded me. Jamal St. Cyr, news for Jackson was the one that reminded me. I was like, dude, this dude reminds me of Monterey Brown so much. And he's like, what? They go to the same school. Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
they
like,
did,
wait
yeah,
a minute.
yeah.
He did go to Arkansas.
They wear the same
Okay,
number.
so they're the same scheme, same style of guy. That makes total sense. So if you knew another Monterey, that's Julian Neal.
I don't mind DPR right here. Designated pass rusher or Mellow Height. He's a monster off the edge.
I'm still Jay Sean
Yeah.
for me, personally.
Who's the
I
best
like
player?
Romello Height also.
Go to
I ain't gonna
all
lie
real
to you.
quick.
It's still orange.
Listen, I don't think they would do it, but I
Could go
I
Connor
like
Lou.
Genesis.
I
Smith.
love Genesis Smith game.
I don't think they do it.
But I love
Because he
Genesis
can't
Smith game just like I
tackle.
love Xavier Watts game. And
So-
unfortunately, both of those guys
so
are like top of the college football.
That O lineman
rankings
staring
and
us in the
missed
face right
I
there,
like
Connor Lou.
I like Connor Lou.
Connor
too.
Lou.
Yep.
Address all the needs.
Center?
First 3 picks. He's an offensive lineman. He's an interior offensive
Right.
lineman.
You play him at
I
guard. you
love
figure
Connor
out
Lou
which
to
one
be
you-
honest, and he can be your
Or-
future franchise center
Correct.
when Robert Hainsey.
Future. He may be your present franchise
I-
center.
I think they
Graham
like
Barton
Monheim,
happened
though.
because I mean, that didn't mean Robert Hainsey didn't play good. Another guy
Graham
was just
Barton was
better.
just that
I'm
dog.
sorry.
Yeah.
I think
you're
they
right.
like Monheim though. I don't think it's worth reaching for it.
It's not a
Jonah-
reach.
Jonah
Is it a
Mahan.
reach?
Is it a reach?
Yeah, that's exactly what,
if
what
you got
Coach
three,
said.
if
It's
you
not
got
a reach.
three guys next year, I mean, I don't know. You guys have done more looked at more tape on this kid, Lou. I haven't.
He's
he
without
would have
question.
been a first rounder if he didn't get
Yes, he without question the best center in college football without question.
hurt. So
Can he? You think he's gonna beat out Milam and
Yes.
Macari?
Absolutely,
Oh, if he gets on the team, probably.
100%.
for sure. He
big
can
is
step
he?
in and be a day one starter.
6'3",
Oh,
He's a monster.
310.
Number one.
Look at the number. Yeah, number one. He
grade.
is.
What do you test at?
I don't think he tested because he's coming off an
Yeah, he's
ACL
coming off
injury.
ACL.
He's coming off an
Wait,
ACL.
He's 310.
Yikes.
Yes.
He's a bit lighter, but he played in the SEC.
You know who I really like? I really like this kid, Jalen Kilgore.
Kilgore, yeah.
He added 10 pounds. He's a safety, kind of like a big nickel. But
Yeah, another one.
this is another one where him, Lewis, and Harold Perkins, like this kid can play linebacker.
I like Kamari Ramsey too.
Amari Ramsey's pretty good.
All right, we got to make a pick, guys.
I mean,
what are we
I'm-
thinking?
I'm
I'm
all for
personally-
DPR to be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm looking at Justin Jolly or I'm looking at Romello Height.
Yeah,
personally.
me too.
But
I like Romello Height a lot.
Man, I don't like the way this
You don't
this
like
draft's going.
You don't like Romello height, basically. Is what I'm hearing.
No, I don't mind him. I just think
I do.
if I want to, like we
you
have
No.
There you go.
Jalen. Listen,
Jayshawn Barham is my guy. I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't have just one guy because when I told you guys when I came in, I got about 35 to 40 guys who I love, and then I have the guys who are just at the top of the peak. Like
how do we feel about the tight end position? I mean, Roush and Eli Reardon are here too,
Like Trig.
but I'm looking for
You
a
can
guy that can
always
block. I'm
you
looking
can always
for a guy
wait
that can
for
block.
tight end.
There's 12 picks before we pick again. He's going to be available at 100.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta make a pick though.
You know,
Help me out. You guys
Connor
want
Lou.
Lou?
you
Connor
can
Lou.
make a
Yeah.
case for
Yeah.
Elijah Surratt right now too.
Well, no, he's
not
gonna be there.
receiver,
He's
guys.
gonna be there at 100.
I mean, what's the need board say? We already did D tackle. We already
D
did
tackle,
linebacker.
did
It goes
linebacker.
cornerback or edge. Corner or edge.
Safety's down. Tight ends down.
Corner or edge right here.
Corner.
I don't like the edges personally.
Yeah, the edges aren't. Well,
Romello Height's fine.
Romello height. will
But you're also
probably
looking
be-
for a
He's
third
6'1",
edge
is he-
rusher, not a starting edge
Yeah,
rusher.
but here's the thing. I think I have more. I didn't realize it, but I started looking back at
Go edge.
McLeod, Jalen McLeod's
Jalen
tape.
Cloud?
Mm-hmm.
I like him, and I think they're the same height. You know what I mean? I think they're the same size.
Yeah, but he's not going to stop you from drafting a guy though.
No edge rusher
That's
besides the
that's
ones
competing.
getting.
He's 6'3".
No edge rushers, in my opinion, besides the ones getting paid, are going to stop you from drafting.
All
a
right,
guy.
height.
I'm all for height.
All right.
I don't agree.
I'm sorry.
Back on the board though.
I don't agree. And then he's still there.
Dude, Genesis Smith is still
I
there
say
at
take him.
100.
And Elijah is still there.
I like Genesis Smith right here.
I do like Genesis.
what-
24 picks before we go again. So got to start thinking
Oh,
about
yeah, you gotta-
that
Oh,
kind of
I
stuff.
mean tackles for sure.
Is Connor Lou still there?
All right, show me the board if you don't mind.
Barber.
Shelton, World.
You guys not like Barber?
We're at 100.
No, not really.
Not as much
I
as I
didn't-
like
I
Shelton
never-
or
I didn't
World.
like him at all.
He was kind of getting beat up all year.
Do you guys like Shelton?
I like Drew Shelton a
Yeah,
lot.
Drew Shelton. He's also that intangibly rich tackle too that can play guard.
I like
too.
Isaiah Rowe, but
Yeah.
I understand exactly what that means. Like again, you may not see much from him in this season, but I'm okay with that
But we have no tackle right now,
for
so
who he is and for what you would have been able to get him in the late first, early second round if he didn't get injured in the last game of the season.
He said something really important. We don't have a tackle, being that we got rid of Walker Little and Cole Van Lannon is hurt.
think
the
Milam-
way we have.
I think Milam
But
could
you
play
can't
right
depend on him
tackle.
right now. Well, also you got Patrick McCarry who can play tackle.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if he's gonna make the team. Honestly, with the back.
Oh, he's gonna make.
injury
Oh, he's gonna
thing.
make the team.
He's Liam's guy.
He's gonna make the team.
I just think.
Well,
I think he's gonna get beat out by Milam at right guard.
Oh no, but his contract is not one so that you would
I
feel
got
like
you.
you have to cut him.
I got you.
Like he's your new Cole Van Lannon in that.
Could go
way.
running back right
He's
here.
a swing everything.
I like Jonah Coleman here.
I like Coleman a lot too.
Oh, I
Like,
love,
oh,
I
yeah,
love Jonah Coleman.
100%.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
the whole
100%.
this whole process.
100%.
I'll tell you one thing: the running backs do fly off the board after this. So
The issue with Coleman is he doesn't do anything else for me necessarily in the special teams. Like if I was gonna draft him, is he gonna return kicks? No.
nah, I mean
Is he gonna receive the ball? Is he
he
gonna
is-
be a receiver?
in
I
my
think we already
opinion,
got-
He could return kicks in the new kickoff rules. Just no
I like him
different.
as a player.
In my opinion, I think he's arguably the best 3-down running back in this year's class. He can do everything: pass pro, catch out the backfield. You know, he's a great safety blanket for a quarterback. He can run between the tackles really well. I mean, he's a damn good player.
I think Genesis Smith might
Has
be
great
the best.
size.
Personally, if I'm drafting, I'm taking Smith.
Yeah,
If
if I'm
they're
drafting,
drafting,
I'm
they're
taking
not
him.
taking
They're not taking Smith though. They're
Well, what are we
drafting.
doing? Is this our draft or their draft?
Well, we
It's
gotta-
obviously our
We already
draft.
took Lewis, Kyle Lewis who can cover. I think we double down and we get a deep third guy.
If this is our draft, sure, but I think I assume we're trying to moderately mirror them, James Gladstone.
Yeah.
Jimmy Stone.
Yeah, Jimmy Stones. So that's where my head
All right,
goes.
let's pick a guy. Do we want Smith? Yay or nay?
Yeah.
I'm yay.
I mean, I'll let y'all have it, but but just with the caveat that it's never gonna happen in real life.
Well, let's vote.
My
Let's
thing is,
vote.
like,
Who do you guys
Who
want?
do you guys see in this? You know?
We gotta take somebody here.
Oh no, I'm okay with going to Jonah Coleman.
Coleman?
No,
Yeah, me too.
I'm really actually fine
Coach,
with that.
you're the final Coleman or,
Yeah,
or Smith?
I would much rather want the running back.
We
here
had
than
this
the safety.
conversation
I'm
with
not
the
mad at
in the podcast before the podcast,
Yeah, no,
where we all
100%.
said that $6 million guaranteed contract that you gave to goodness gracious, why am I drawing a blank? to C-Rod.
C-Rod.
Yeah, to Chris
Right.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
It's not stopping you from drafting the guy. If you think they
The
can
other
get
reason
rid
why
of
they
that.
signed Rodriguez is he's a Liam guy. He knows the offense already.
Yeah.
Also true.
He's on day 10 before he ever walks in the door.
Right.
I'm all for Jonah Coleman right
I
here.
just called him the running back Nick Mullins. basically.
Hey guys, we're gonna need a tackle
Somebody's
at
got to play, man.
124. We're gonna need a tackle, or we can go corner. I honestly think we're
I'm all about
tackle or
taking
tight
a
end
corner here
See,
with Rivers staring us in the face.
Listen, I'm so I got Roush,
You got
and,
Roush.
and Reardon staring me in the
knows
face.
how to block. All right.
Roush can block.
I
Oh,
think
and
Reardon
Reardon, Eli.
I think Eli Reardon is the choice here. Here's why. So I think this kid is gonna be a good receiver. He's a little bit thin, so he's 245, but he's 6'6", and he's a super good athlete too. So I think we take the tight end here. We can go a lot of 22 or
I'm not
12
mad at
personnel next
I'm
year.
not mad at the
Him or Roush, I think
I-
is a good one.
I
Or the
say-
tackles.
I say get a tackle. We
Okay.
have a tackle need. Get Isaiah World out of Oregon.
Oh, if Isaiah World's still available, yeah, 100%.
Again, that's going to come back down to your doctors, which is fine. I mean, that's kind of
Bro.
that's the caveat we already got.
Or you can wait for the 5th round and get Travis.
Isaiah
Burke.
World's on my list. Been on my list since the day that
No, I agree with you.
the machine came out.
When you said it earlier, I'm like, oh yeah, if you can get a guy
Alright.
like that, that's your new Walker Little, because that's how you got Walker Little in the first place.
I feel like he's better, to be honest.
All right, we got World. Oh man, dude, this is not good.
What's our boy?
Wait. Why is it not good?
I don't like the way our board's falling here.
Oh my
Remember,
gosh,
you
we
traded
have
for
such
an
a
all-pro.
stacked roster that we just have so we
Well, now
we
it's
got
time-
picks to just
now-
like.
Well, I don't hate. I don't like it. I don't hate it. We got Kyle Lewis. We got
Right.
Ramel Hyatt. We got Jonah Coleman. We got World. It's not terrible.
It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
What's the cornerback?
Show me
we're
the
looking
show me
like?
the DT market if you don't mind.
Yeah, I see Dante Corleone was a damn good player.
You think in Louisville?
Well, I'm just wanting. I was just curious.
They got Lane. I mean, that's probably too early for Lane. Oh, we got 2 picks here coming up.
for Landon Robinson. No, it's not too early. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with their draft board.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's what was it? The first team All American. Like I'm okay with that. If we're at pick 124, so we're out top 100 in the
the
draft.
cornerback room
That's
is-
not very deep.
Is it gone?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
truly
I
not
don't
very
want
top
any of
heavy.
those
I'm
dudes.
cool with that.
I like Damani Jackson.
And also, show me that cornerback
It's
room.
going off just potential and former 5-star guy.
Right.
Oh wow.
It's funny. I love that they put the
Oh, they
the
gone.
high school stuff on there.
Jeez. Oh man.
Unrestricted free agent.
Yikes.
All right, guys.
killed the running
I
back.
really like Landon. And I don't want to miss him, but we got 2 picks here, so I think
Hey,
one of them's
Landon-
got to be Landon Robinson.
Landon Robinson.
Yeah, it has to be.
I think the other ones.
Yikes.
Ooh, that boy look
I think we need a
nasty.
tight end. Okay, this kid Klein's okay.
Did we just draft the tight end?
I thought we got Roush. We didn't get Roush.
I thought we just drafted the tight end.
No, we picked World over Roush.
Oh, we did.
Because we needed a tackle.
You don't like Marlon Klein?
That's why I was saying I don't mind him. I don't mind him.
I mean, he's going to do what he can do. You know?
Yeah.
Like he is who he is.
Cool.
He's cool. Nobody loves him. He's like, I'm fine with all these players.
Yeah.
Forget them
I
all.
mean, they're just gonna do what they need to do, you know.
All right. Let's take the guy we know we want.
He's solid. Like he's a solid base hit, and that's okay.
It's okay.
But he's not anybody who excites you in the passing game.
So-
He'll-
So you're saying he's a single back up the middle? Is that what you're saying? Just
yeah, exactly.
got to run around
I mean-
first now? Is that what you're
Wait,
telling
so
me?
we're going D tackle again?
Well, we got Dexter
Wait,
Lawrence.
so who do we go with?
We got Dexter. We got Rook on the roster. We got a lot of guys up front.
Man, Rook ain't stopping me from
Well,
drafting
that's
if I want to
that's a
draft.
3 tech.
It's competition, baby. Yeah, that's
mean,
not
he's not
making
wrong.
me pause at all.
He's not wrong.
Let me ask you guys a question. I mean, what do we value? I mean, if they were willing to give him up, like Darnell Washington, what do you think they'd value? We can't give Walker Little because we already traded him.
Told you to save him.
I wish we could trade him twice.
So right now, our defensive tackles, we just traded away Devon. We
Yep.
have Eric Armstead.
Yep.
We have Matt Dickerson. We got Rook. And we got Kelvy Rose.
Right.
So,
That's it.
Exactly.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Robinson's a pick.
So now you have Robinson who can back up Eric Armstead, but also give you something if you want to rotate guys or whatever. And anybody needs a breather. You're good.
All right, you guys tell me.
case that we need another nose.
You could make the case, but I don't mean you
I
probably
don't know.
wouldn't if you behind that.
I think we need it.
There's some undrafted free agents that are going to get that opportunity.
Bingo.
All right, I think now we need to probably start consolidating picks.
Right,
here.
you got I mean, John Michael Gillenberg. Like, you got options. Like, again, these are your second
Houston
tight ends at this point.
Yeah, Marlon Klein just is the option for me specifically.
What are we thinking, guys?
Me, that's my only.
Click on Tanner Cozio.
I've heard good things about this kid from Houston.
He's a receiving
he's a
tight
big
end.
dude.
Yeah, he's definitely a receiving tight end.
Look at that Raz score.
Yeah, but do we have what's the one thing missing in this offense?
A receiving tight end.
Specifically a big and a red zone
You said
target.
the one thing. We got a few things missing in
Yeah.
this offense, but that's one of them. If you're talking the different layers, you don't have the
Yeah, like
the
the
guy like that.
added dimension to this game, to this the offense. I think if we get a big red zone target like this kid out of Houston, I think 6'7".
You're
That's
not wrong. You
kinda
lost
like-
you lost your Tim Patrick. At least you can make it up on the tight end side.
The middle school teacher in me just had a cringe.
Sorry,
6'7",
sorry.
6'7".
I had to.
I'm gonna take the kid from Houston. What do you think?
I like him. I like him a lot.
I like it.
Yeah.
He becomes a seam threat and allows those other guys to do stuff on the outside. Now you got your bang eights and you got all those things out there.
This
Dude.
grade is about to be terrible.
Yeah, I would have preferred Raleigh and Walsh.
I hope they do a little bit better than us.
Not they do better than us. Hey, the draft board is going to fall where it falls, but I also expect more trades, and we were trying our best not to move around.
Yeah.
I
And
say
they
we
were
start
going to
picking
move
They're
guys
moving
to
up.
consolidate.
Yeah.
They're going to get to the 30s.
They're going to have 7 to 8 picks. They're not going to have 11.
No.
I don't think so.
They're going to get to the 30s, and then they might draft to
I think
get
I
back
missed-
into.
I
They might
think I-
trade to get back into 50s.
Fuck, I missed my guy,
Who'd you miss?
Eli.
Eli. Oh, hiding right. That's fine. We can find another kick returner, punt returner. Yeah, that's fine. What I call
Looks
it,
like an intangible rich group. Though.
no,
Oh, we missed.
I like this kid Jeff Caldwell too.
Yeah, Eli hiding right. I call him. He's white. Denard Robinson.
All right, we're
my guy.
White shoelace.
we're going
Yeah.
all the way back. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Oop, fuck.
Oh, you're undoing picks?
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah,
Wait, I think I
I've
just.
done this for years and didn't know you could do that.
yeah.
Now he's trying to undo it.
Let's see. No, they just added it.
They changed their pick.
Yeah, I think we have them.
Wait.
Wait, you
run
like-
it back. Run
wait,
it run it
this
back.
is
Run it back. It's absolutely cheating. This is cheating. This is
Are we playing a video game right now?
publicly cheating.
Come on.
Bro, Flash has this thing on fast. I can't.
I'm
process
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. It's
We
easy
should've
for
done
me
it
to
normal.
process.
We should have done
Normal.
If we would have
I
did
tried
normal,
to
we would have been
do
here for 4 more hours.
You're returning this to try to get somebody else? Like, or did you miss?
I was looking for Heidenreich.
Hiding right?
No, I could've-
Go to not what not
He got drafted by the Bengals.
What is his name?
Yeah, but now he's not there.
Go to the edge group, please.
Edge.
Wait, so Vincent Haskins is the top guy?
Dude, you guys are way more in the weeds in these late picks than I am.
Yeah.
I trust,
Oh, I mean,
I trust all of you.
Love to see Jack Piper on there.
Yeah, I
Go
was gonna
Gators.
say, Jacksonville kid.
He ruined himself.
I like
by going
Jacoby
to
Thomas
LSU.
right here, even though like it might not get a good
do
grade
you
for
like?
it. Jacoby Thomas, the
Yeah.
safety out of Miami.
Thomas.
Yeah, we get to
How
my
do you
round.
know he's on the board?
No.
He's always
That-
on the
Right there,
Yeah.
210, baby.
210.
Yeah, but how did you know we were on edge?
What do you on that?
How did you know he was on the board? We were on
He
the
just
edge.
assumed he was
board.
still.
Oh,
be on
I
the
just know
board.
he's gonna be on the board.
Oh,
He just falls, unfortunately.
yeah.
I mean, 210's not far away. I'll take your word.
Yeah, he's a damn good player in my opinion.
What's the Tucker kid?
All right, almost gone,
Like,
guys.
We got 2 picks
He was
left.
a PFF darling. What is it?
What's the corners
Nate
looking like?
Tucker.
Oh yeah, we need to see.
Oh,
corners.
yeah.
I
He
do
was
like
a-
Vincent
he
Anthony.
had
too.
the best pass
I like,
rush grade of this entire
those
edge group.
guys are-
Wow, pro football focus. The analytics group loved him.
Wow.
You
Vincent
like this
Anthony?
kid?
I do because of his size. He's
I've drafted him in nearly every single one of my
Massive.
nearly every single one of my mocks. I've drafted him
He is massive.
He's gonna grow
for a
too.
late round guy.
He's gonna end up have his hand down all the time.
Wow.
Can't teach size.
He's gonna be in that dirt.
Oh, here we go.
There he
Dude, our
is.
guy Conga.
Ah.
There we go. There we
There we
go.
go.
Now we got waves on waves on
Willis.
waves.
Willis.
Now Willis.
Carver Willis.
We
Yes.
have like 8. We drafted like 8 defensive
B
backs.
minus. Come on.
Hey, a B minus is a B.
All right, so
Hey, we got that's the Lawrence. That's an A. I don't care how. I don't
Hey,
care how
no,
this
to be
goes.
honest with you.
we drafted. So basically, we got Dexter Lawrence,
4 seasons in a row, huh?
Kyle Lewis,
That is crazy.
Mel Height.
They don't
John
like
Coleman.
the Conga kid.
Isaiah World, Landon
In the
Robinson,
7th round.
That's what I'm saying. They don't like him.
Tanner.
They
How do
don't
you say
like.
his
There's
last
something
name
about
from
his grade
Houston?
or something they don't like.
They said he should have gone undrafted.
Koziel?
Jacob Thomas. Jacoby Thomas.
They love Vincent Anthony Jr.
Vincent Anthony.
Yeah.
That's a good pick to me.
So listen,
He's Tebow's freak of the week.
For the amount of picks that we have, we got Walker Little off our team.
We
got Dexter
opened
Lawrence.
up cap space a little bit. Well, no, we didn't
Not
because we
necessarily.
got to pay
because-
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah,
30
Dex-
million on the way.
Dexter just
Well,
signed.
we got off of the
he
Walker
got a-
Little contract. We got off of the Don Hamlin contract at the same time. So we might be
We
a
overpaid,
little bit more.
overpaid a little
Yeah, a
bit.
little
C
bit,
minus
a little
on
bit,
the
little
trade for Dexter, but I think it's good. All right. How do we like this?
I think that's reasonable, honestly. Like you
think-
telling me I got waves on as far as the defensive line guys, as far as our pass rush is concerned, between Dexter Lawrence, between Renee Congo, between Landon Robinson,
We definitely have options.
Yeah,
Vincent Anthony Jr.
I think our draft.
LaMelo Height.
Romello Height, yeah,
Come on,
no,
bro.
that's a
Come
great
on,
pick.
bro.
Yeah.
I think our draft kind of looks similar to like our roster right now, where it's just even throughout the whole thing. I really like. I think Kyle Lewis. I know he's small, but I feel like that could be a pick that blows up, and he could really, if he puts another 10 pounds on, he could be really good.
Yeah.
Jonah
possible.
Jonah Coleman. I like him as like a volume back. We got Landon
Mhm.
Robinson. That's nice. I like this kid Tanner. I just saw him like literally
He's a
the other
freak.
day.
He's an
He's
absolute
got a big
freak.
red zone target we didn't have. So yeah, man, I don't mind it. How many defensive tackles do we have now though? One, two.
Well, we only had 2 going into the draft, or we traded ours.
Right,
and,
like
you
we
know, so
had-
We walked out with 3.
Okay,
So,
that's not bad.
we're at-
an
We had
edge.
so many guys get snaps last year, like just veteran guys that are no longer on this roster right
Yeah,
now at defensive tackles. So now you don't have to have that worry.
Fine.
You
They
got
probably
guys
won't
who can
definitely
grow.
load up on D
We'd
tackle
have
in this
7
class.
total, if all of them.
Yeah, no.
Rook,
Cool.
the Rose kid is going to be. He's a scout team guy.
Yeah.
Oh, row.
And then Matt Dickerson is the other one, and we all love Matt. He works hard. you
Yeah.
know.
Like
We love Matt, but at the same time, if Matt Dickerson is giving you significant snaps again in 2026, something probably didn't go right, and I don't think that's an unreasonable
I'm
assessment.
in agreement there.
So
All right, awesome, fellas. Well, appreciate it. If you guys could understand what happened during this process, do us a big favor and drop a like, subscribe, drop a comment though, because I want to know what you guys would have done differently.
Yeah, tell us.
They're gonna butcher us.
What would you grade this draft?
We got a B-. What do your grades look like?
C+ for sure.
Awesome, guys. Well, we appreciate it. Tune in next week, or not next week, for a recap show once we actually know who's going to be on the team,
Right.
and we'll go from there.
Hell yeah, man.
Go Jags.
Appreciate you guys.
Jags, baby.
Duval.
Go Jags.